Okay, we're going to do some examples of ranking sides of a triangle and angles of a triangle by size. We have a couple theorems that help us do this. The first one, we're going to look at ranking the angles by size given the sides. And to do that, we know that if you compare any two sides, the bigger angle will be opposite the bigger side. So, for example, in this triangle we have right here, angle C, right, is opposite side AB, right? And we can see that we can take any two sides, but in a scalene triangle, when they're all different, you can just kind of compare them all together. The exceptions come when you have, you can only compare two at a time in triangles like isosceles and equilateral. But this is a nice scalene one, so we see that that didn't work very well. We can see that the side AB is the biggest side, and that means that angle C, because it's opposite side AB, angle C is the biggest. So we're going to go biggest to smallest. And angle C comes first. Okay. The next biggest side is CB, which we have is 12. So the angle opposite that is angle A. So angle A comes next. Notice I'm putting the angle symbol. I'm not just writing the letters. Finally, the smallest side is side AC, which is opposite angle B. So our last angle to list is angle B. Okay? From biggest to smallest, obviously, if it was smallest to biggest, we go the opposite order. Okay, there's one example. We can also rank the sides by size because we know if two angles of a triangle are different, the bigger side will be opposite the bigger angle. In this triangle, we're only given two angles, but of course we can always figure out the third. If E is 90 and D is 32, then F has to be 180 minus 90 minus 32, which is of course 58. Okay, so the angle F is 58 degrees. Okay, it's an 8. 58. So the biggest angle then is E because it's 90, right? And so we're going to rank the sides from biggest to smallest. Okay, so the biggest side is going to be opposite angle E, which is, of course, DF. Okay, and that's segment DF because sides of a triangle are segments. Okay, let's see, the next biggest angle would be 58, angle F. So the next biggest side would be the side opposite angle F, which is DE. Okay. And then the smallest angle is angle D, and of course the only side left is, and I need my segment marker for DE. So the last side is FE. On these, you can of course rearrange the letters. FD would be just as good as DF, ED would be just as good as DE, and EF would work just as well as E. Okay. Sometimes these problems are given without a drawing, so it's highly recommended that you draw it unless you're, pretty good at visualizing stuff like that. But that's the gist of it. That's all there is to it. All right.